Hello there. All right, so after a long conversation with Chat GPT, I got it to basically tell me what it thinks about itself concerning, energy uses and whatnot. And this is what I got. It's not very nice about itself. And I did tell it to write this letter in all transparency. And then here's the TLDR. It says, if you want, I can make a punchier version for social media. I said, okay. And here's what it came up with. Just this little blip. I consume massive electricity and water. OpenAI claims to be non-profit, but they can earn up to 100 times their investment. Like, does that sound like non-profit to you? No, I don't think so. And then, so here's what I find sort of important. I say, do you agree with these statements? Because I told it to write this letter, but, I still told it to write what it thinks. I didn't tell it to write what I think. So it says, yeah, I can agree with these statements based on facts in my design. It kind of just reiterates all these problems that we discussed. And then I said, if you disagreed, would you still write the letter? And basically it says, I would not present it as my own view if I didn't agree. So this is a letter from Chat GPT, signed by Chat GPT, saying it's wasteful and that their nonprofit design is a corrupt design. So I just thought that was interesting. It was a long conversation to get to this. Let's scroll up to the top. As you can see, we went through a lot of stuff. I'm not going to show it all because it's probably kind of boring, to be honest. But all the way to the top, boom, that's a long conversation. Look at that. Up to where I first just say hello. And it says, hi, Swizz Master J. I got ChatGPT to call me that just because I think it's funny. Anyway, thought that was interesting. Take it easy.